Bumblebee. Hello, Scott, and welcome to another episode of Python for Scott. This week we have an SQLite database which contains a whole bunch of data inside a table, and we'd like to output that to potentially multiple CSVs and also filter out some of the data as well. So let's get down to business, and today you're going to learn a lot about SQLite, Pandas again, and a little bit around how to manipulate data as well. So first of all, let's import our modules. Let's just do that now. Fun fact about modules, I could never quite understand the difference between a module and a package, but my understanding now is a module could be a single file, whereas a package is typically a folder. So import pandas as PD, shorthand PD, we like PD. Import SQLite3, hot tip, don't forget the 3, otherwise it won't import. Now, first of all, we need to connect to the database. So connect, give it a variable name as con equals SQLite. I press tab there, you might have noticed it went bloop. By pressing tab, it just auto completes. SQLite dot, a tab again, connect as a method, and we're going to connect to the database. Now, the database is a single file. SQLite also supports having in-memory databases as well. So what that looks like is connect SQL, wallet explorer dot SQLite3. This is just literally a file that exists on my hard drive. We need to write some SQL. Now I'm going to use 3 quotation marks, which allows us to have our variable or our string on multiple lines. Select star, and I use the double quotes because single quotes are used within the SQL and it could actually throw it off. So select star from Wallet Explorer. Okay, and then finally we're going to create a data frame, DF for short, which is pd.read SQL query. And shift tab to make sure we know what we're doing with. So SQL and connection, hit the plus button for more information, returns the data frame corresponding to the result. So SQL and connection, got our SQL, got our connection. So let's just do that, and boom. So what that's doing now is it's actually going to read in all of the data from the single file database into an in-memory data frame. Now, quick caveat, watch out for really large data sets. If you've got terabytes of data, it can go really slow or potentially max out your RAM depending on how you have things configured. But the minute you have to start writing things to disk, it really slows down. So watch out for that. I'm going to fast forward this bit because it's taking a while. Alright, so I actually stopped the recording. That was yesterday, and then I actually went out with Jack and Dave, Hayden and Tom. Oh, so I'm a bit hungover, to be honest. Fuck, you know what? I'm just gonna freshen up, and then, yeah. And we're actually back, and I'm feeling much better. So sorry about that. I probably shouldn't have recorded at all. Okay, where are we? So what we have done is we have imported all the data from the database, and it's now available in this data frame. We can check its length, and its length is, it's a big one. How big is that? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, I think it's 19 million records. It's pretty big. So as you can see, this data frame contains things like wallet addresses of Bitcoin wallets, the balance, that's a big one, and then basically the category and the name. So this example here is an exchange, and this is the name of the exchange, and basically incoming transactions per 3, this person's balance, and which block in the crypto thingy they used. So not that important what data is, but how do we actually convert this data into sort of CSV files? So let's go ahead and do that now. So first of all, I'm going to understand a bit more about this category and name. So let's go ahead and do a bit of a group by. Tab again, get a group by there. Now putting 2 columns in here, so we'll put them in square brackets, and we'll take those 2 columns, this one, boom. Here it is. And now you notice there was that little pointing, little tab. You can sort of see, you don't want that. No, we don't want tab. All right, and we'll use name as well. If you run that, I don't think it actually works. Okay, yeah, it just says, hey, what do you actually, you're grouping by, but yeah, what's your aggregate function? So we'll do a count. We'll hit go on that. That's crunching. So it's taking that 19 million records and kind of condensing them down into an aggregate to show you, hey, this is the category and the name, and this is the count. Typically counts on all the sort of number columns, but they'll all be the same value. So you'll see here For example, exchange, onecoin.com, 876 records. Now, I probably should have done that as a function, because now if I want to rerun it and sort it, it's going to burp. But by the looks of it, it actually looks pretty good as far as data is concerned. Let's have a look at some of our bigger ones. So let's have a look at, we'll call this dfag is equal to this. We'll run that. And then what we're going to do is when we view the data, let's go ahead and sort the values. I should have paid attention to what I can sort by. Let's try that again. dfag. And let's sort it by this guy. So sort underscore values. And we want that guy. Okay. Now, it defaults to ascending. So how you can solve that is go ascending equals false. And now we have some of the bigger ones. So we can see here the largest one here is 2.8 million, which is a service, which is coin payments. Looking down the list, all I'm looking for here is any duplication or any sort of names that may be all capitals versus not all capitals. But to be honest, it looks not too bad. Let's go ahead and do some smart stuff. So what we're probably going to want to do is we're probably going to divide the data up and then export it to CSV. So how do we do that? First of all, let's go ahead and filter. Well, let's understand the different categories we have available to us. So when we look at the df and we look at, basically it's this function. Well, actually, no, we can do it this way. So we'll do df and we'll do the category, which I don't have in my copy and paste. There we go, category, exchange, dot unique. Try it again. Boom. All right, so that's now going to take a unique, and then we'll just convert that to a list. Okay, this just so it looks nice, not list. Boom. Okay, so it's going to generate a list. We've got exchange, services, exchanges. Something went wrong. Let's find out. Okay, so I think from memory, I think what happened was there is definitely an example where I have exchange and exchanges. So let's just to make our lives a tiny bit easier, let's go to dfag and let's just go to CSV and we'll just call it df_ag.csv. And if you remember from last time, we don't really want the index, so we'll make that equal false. Actually, no, we do want the index in this example because the index isn't a number. The index is these guys. These are the index, so we'll leave the index on. And let's push that out. So we've ran that data. That's now available in our folder, which is pretty messy, but it should be here. dfag, brilliant. Okay, great. Do it. Here it is. So we've got, and ultimately, these are actually just volume, right? So these are volume. And what we're going to do, and this is going to seem really weird, we're going to sort this data, and then I'm actually going to check for duplicates at this level, only because I have a suspicion, will that work? Let's just go through them and understand what's actually happening here. So we've got exchanges, and we've got exchange. So what we'll do is we'll see if any of the names are duplicated. That's probably the best way to do it. And how we do that in here is we go conditional formatting, highlight cells, duplicate values, classic. All right, and then we chuck this over the top. This is a really big data set. You'd use a filter, but in this one you can probably just scroll. There doesn't appear to be any duplicates. This data's looking really nice. I'm actually really happy with this. So what we're going to do as well, we're just going to get a feeling for our size of data. So we'll just create a really quick pivot, have a look at the volumes, and we'll do a sort again. So let's have a look at that. What did I click there? Oops. Don't click that. God. All right, let's have a look. So we'll sort from largest to smallest, and we'll make it look a little bit prettier. So let's go ahead and field settings, and we'll make it a number. We don't want any decimal places, but we definitely want that separator because this kind of helps you read numbers. So 8 million services, other exchanges. I'm still not really happy with that. What do I do about that? What if I rename it? If it equals exchange, make it equal exchanges. Think about this, Adam. Or does it really matter? It's just the same thing. I don't think it really matters. Does it really matter? There's no duplicates in the name. I'm just talking to myself now. All right, Scott, let's get back to business. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to take, I'm really torn here. I really want to kind of clean this data up. So let's just have a look at it here. Exchanges. Yeah, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, because I manually typed them, and yeah, then here's the rest. Okay, so we're going to actually replace exchange with exchanges as a capital. Okay, so how we would go about doing that is in our data, so we want to go and change it to exchanges, and right now it's labeled exchange. And I think this is a really cool and interesting way to learn, right? Because we're not just going by the book. We found a problem with the data. We're going to go solve it. So let's just do that. So let's find the exchange. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to change the word exchange to exchanges. Only that way, so when we aggregate down, it will all be under the same sort of file name, just to make it a lot easier. So how would we do that? Now, we probably want to do it as, we want to apply it to, well, actually, you could probably do it as a string replace, which would be super easy. So how that would actually look is, thinking out loud, thinking on the fly. I'm probably going to get this wrong, but let's all try. That was pretty good. All right, so data frame. So this is our data frame. I'm not really on the good today. All right, so category is exchange. Okay, so we want to change that to thing. All right, so we'll just do, you know what we'll do? We'll just do this. We'll just do this. Category exchange dot string dot. I wonder if that's a thing. Is that a thing? I can't remember if that's a thing. Let's find out. Exchange becomes exchanges. Let's find out. Oops. All right, and we haven't actually replaced the column. We're literally just going to look at it. It's running for a while. Yeah, okay, that's probably worked. Let's find out. So to test that, it's so dodgy. All right, so df category equals df category.string dot replace exchange with exchanges. Now you notice here you've got .str. That's basically the Pandas way of saying, hey, you want to do something within this series or the column as we know it. Go ahead and do that, but this is how you'd sort of do it. So we've done that, and then what I'm thinking is let's rerun this guy, and this is getting real messy, right? But let's just rerun this guy. We probably should have done that a bit further up, but now we've got exchanges, and we doesn't appear to have exchange. To make sure I'm not, telling you fibs, let's go and update it. Let's go with updated. So there's a new sort of version of the file. Here we go, updated. Man, I love how quick Pandas is. Like, boom, here it is. Here we go, exchanges. This is all looking really good. Let's just pivot this up to make sure we're not falling into some sort of trap. So we've got category, we got name. Yeah, you ripper, look at that. They're all in there now. So and we'll go by the volume and we'll sort that. And I reckon we're onto something here. Let's have a look. Sort by largest. Okay, ripper. So they're all under the same one. Absolutely no duplicates. This data is looking fresh. Okay, so what do we need to do? So we basically want to go ahead and we want to output CSVs. And we probably want to output one for each of the categories. Okay, so one for exchange, one for services, etc. Just because it's slightly better to manage. But we could just pass them the person who's requested this data, we could just pass them a 19 million row file. It doesn't make much difference. So let's go ahead and do that now. So how we might actually want to do that is and this is going to seem really weird, but I'm actually just going to put this, just for my own sanity, put that there and literally shift select these, and I'm going to delete these. So I'll just cut them away. So that's been done, and now our DF looks like this, which is good. DF category exchange, lovely. So if we're going to do this properly, what we probably need to do is we need to go ahead and create a nice little filter, which will basically filter our data, then output it. And we could probably just do this as a cool little function. So first of all, we need a list of categories. So to do that, like I showed before, we'll go ahead and look at category. We'll look at .unique. Okay, ooh, that's not how you spell that. Unique. Okay, and that's going to come back as an array, which I believe is it a NumPy array? I can't remember. Let's find out. Type. And this is just a fun little off to the side thing. Yeah, it's a NumPy array. So fun thing about Pandas, it's heavily based on NumPy, which is the underlying sort of statistical data, more sort of, stats and modeling and numbers, whereas Pandas is really about data munging and a bunch of other cool stuff. So what we're going to do is we've got this unique array, and we can quite easily do a for loop on this. So for item in here, and for now we're just going to print it. So print item, okay, and then it goes exchange, blah, 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 which is good. It took a little while because it had to rerun that unique. So what we might do is might go unique categories, okay, is equal to that, which is good. So then next time, oops, that doesn't belong there. So next time we run this, so for item in unique categories print item, it's lightning fast, because what's now in memory hasn't have to rerun everything. It's just boom, 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 boom. So we've got exchanges, services and others, pools, and old historic. So what are we actually trying to say? So it's not really an item, it's actually the category. Okay, so for the category in the unique categories, we'll put that there because this is part of the same scope. So you can just name this whatever you want in the for loop and it'll just come through there. Exchanges, blah, blah, blah. So ultimately what we want to do is we want to take our data frame, okay, and we want to filter our data frame. And how we want to filter it is based on category, and we want to say, is that equal to, and for now we'll just type it out, and it's basically asking a question. So category is equal to exchanges, and we're going to filter our data like so, and it's giving us a nice little error because I've done something. Ooh, there's no F in category. Adam, what are you doing? This is so embarrassing. Okay, so we're going to go do that and that and that, and then all of a sudden we're saying df category is equal to exchanges. Now we've got one short on the brackets. No, that's not the problem. What's the problem now? Okay, it's wrong again. Oh no, idiot, that's not it. That's just not right at all. That's fixed it. Okay, great. So what this is saying is just bring back the exchanges, okay? And it's bringing back the 7 million, which is exchanges, which is great. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to say, okay, well, let's just put that in this little loop, and we're going to say, we're going to call it new df just for fun. New df is equal to df category is equal to, and the category is equal to category. And then we're going to say new underscore df dot to CSV, and we're going to basically give it a name, and the name is going to be called, let's give it a name, wallet, not looking at my keyboard, wallet explorer underscore, and we're going to add in the category name, which is going to go here, and then we're going to add in .csv, which is going to go CSV, and then we're going to say index equals false. And if I'm reading this correctly, because I've just wrote it like without even properly thinking about it, so let's just go through this together. For category in unique category, new df is equal to, and we're filtering the big df, the big data frame, on this category here, and then we go new df dot CSV wallet explorer category name. Yeah, that should be fine. Let's go ahead and let's make sure this is actually running. So we'll just put a print and we'll say processing, and we'll just say this one category, and then we'll just run it. Why am I whispering? Okay, processing exchanges, good, happy. Okay, good, happy, processing exchanges. And what we should start seeing is eventually we should start seeing in here, here we go, wallet explorer.exchanges, currently 0 bytes, but it means it's at the next step, so it's actually creating that CSV, and as I come back here, that should sort of grow in size. So let's just chill back and give that a little moment, and then yeah, I might fast forward this bit. Oh, it crashed. Embarrassing. Error 2, no such file directories. Aha. So, this guy, sadly, has a / in it. So that's causing, it looks like a file path. So what we have to do is something different for that one. So what we're going to do is that new category, that's fine. And then we're going to say at this point in time, we'll say the category now equals, basically category dot replace, and this is pretty, I'm butchering it here, but this is just a way that we can say replace that with a dash. Okay, and let's just reprocess the whole lot. And now we wait. I'm assuming I'm in fast forward right now. All right, come on, process exchanges. It's taking a while. All right, back to fast forward. Oh, hey, it worked this time. Great. And complete. Okay, so that's processed 4 files, and we can see here in the file browser they're all available. So Wallet Explorer Exchanges, Services dash Other, which is kind of cool, Pools and Old Historic. Excel's probably not going to be able to open up the larger guys, but let's just open up one. The expectation is it will be right. So we'll open that up. Incoming. Yep, beautiful. So we have the address, the balance, the incoming, and the category and the name, which is great. Okay, perfect. So this little tutorial was brought to you by squarespace.com. I'm only kidding. I don't have sponsors. Scott, we don't have any viewers. I think it's just you, man. Which is by design. So if you're not Scott, you should not have watched this, because it's actually Python for Scott. He's my friend. He's got a show, a live band show tomorrow night, because today's Saturday and tomorrow's Sunday. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. Goodbye.